Tress. What's up? What's up? Hey, Ryan, Sean, Jay, Chris, Renee. Poor Ray freezing over there. She deserves it, huh? Look at Jordan though. She's freezing over there. So at least they're freezing in 2 different locations. What up, Nick? Marion, Valerie. Hello. Steve, Dean, different Renee, Robert, Greg, Matt, Dylan, another Matt. Well, there's too many. We should only have like a rule in camp. There can only be one first name. We kick out. We have to choose. It's like a battle. Okay. Robert, what's up? Jason, hello. Tom Tran, yo, hey. We got a lot to cover. Sell like a genius. Do we have like an intro? Let's play the intro. Play the fancy intro. Let's do that. What's up, hot sauce? No video. What do you mean, Sean? Can someone chat to him, please? Tamara, what's up? Woo! Play it one more time, Paul. Hey. All right, so here we go. Sell like a genius. In week 1, we really covered clarity. The biggest thing I want you to take away from week 1 is clarity on what your goals are. Too many times we sell blindly, as I take off my glasses for the symbolism. But seriously, we're just going out there, we're making a sale, we're not tracking our sales, etc. So let's do a little recap from what we have here. We said we'd get you guys a tracker, but first, did everybody actually take the time to really figure out what your desired income needs to be to live the way that you want to? You guys actually do that? It's huge, right? Like it gives context to all of this because it's not just for the money. In addition to that, we talked about a menu, right? And we gave you blank spot worksheets for your actual menu, okay? So there you go. Menu, is it the retargeting package? What is it? And so then we're actually giving you guys examples of what a retargeting campaign looks like, a custom lead gen campaign looks like a birthday campaign, what it looks like, an appointment campaign, a B2B campaign, a messenger campaign. So these are all worksheets that we have for you guys. But I'm telling you guys, each week is going to build on the next one. So if you guys literally are not actually doing these steps, it's going to be hard to sell, all right? So continuing on. Also, we talked about a tracker, okay? Very simple. Opportunities, the phone number, the email, and the status, and it's conditional formatted. If you guys go to bit.ly/genius sales tracker, bit.ly/genius sales tracker, bit.ly/genius sales tracker. One more time, bit.ly/genius sales tracker. Okay? Genius Sales Tracker. All right. And Greg, if you want to play with it a couple more times, a couple people restarted, they are coming back and they're seeing it now. So, and if not, we'll figure out something for you guys, okay? But I'd say just keep coming out. It's being weird and glitchy. I think it's a GoToWebinar error, but we got to keep rolling, okay? Now continuing, oh, whoops. Now give me back to the slides. I wanted to talk about something important today, all right? Oh, okay, good point. Once you go to the actual Genius Sales Tracker, make sure you click Make a Copy. Make a copy. Don't edit this one. Do not edit this one. Just make a copy. So you guys have it. It's super simple. It's not like it's a crazy spreadsheet. It does have the conditional formatting where it color codes the statuses depending on what you select. Okay? Super simple. Here's something else though, and I need to, before I actually show you that spreadsheet, let's go to the drawing board. What I'm going to cover today, all right? 2 concepts. Number 1 is creating opportunities. Number 2 is scheduling these opportunities. All right, super simple. Creating the opportunities, scheduling the opportunities, that's what we're going to talk about today. So at this point right now, you should know how much money that you'd like to be earning. At this point right now, you should have a menu with exactly what it is that you're going to be selling. At this point right now, you should have a tracker to track all of your leads, prospects, so you can do a follow-up. Now that you have the foundation to actually start selling, Now we'll talk about the opportunities that you're creating. I talked about this a few weeks ago in one of the camp calls, but literally this is as old as time. The number of what? Offers you make is totally equal to the number of sales that you'll make. Basic, right? So what we did is we created a spreadsheet to put some perspective in it for you guys, all right? So let's go ahead and pull up the board for me, please. Okay. So what you guys are looking at here is an example of something that we would use, okay? So we put in random numbers just to kind of paint the picture. But what you guys all have to establish very clearly are what are your distribution channels going to be? In other words, what are the tools you're going to use to make offers? The more offers you make, the more money you make. So let's go into this, okay? So what? Yeah, let's pull up the real one. So she's going to go ahead and pull this up. All right. So here's what the spreadsheet is, and then we can kind of break it down and customize it for you guys, all right? So on any given day, this is actually daily right here in the top left. Yeah. So on any given day, you should know exactly how many offers you're putting out into space. So for example, how big is your guys' email list? Some of you don't have them. That's fine. How many of you actually have an email list? Okay. Let's see. How many of you? Creating one, yes, yes, yes. If so, give me an idea. Okay? Give me an idea of how big it is. Okay? Few thousand, etc. So let's just, for the sake of the example, Rhea, go ahead and put 500 in the email. Yeah. Okay? Meaning you have the potential on any given day to email 500 people. Next is Facebook. We're talking about paid advertising now. Paid advertising, okay? And using Facebook, how many people would you say you're actually going to reach? How many people would you say you're actually going to reach? Let's just say put our ads in front of 100, let's say 50,000 people. Go smaller. Okay? And the next is YouTube. Let's say we do the same thing and put our ads in front of 50,000 people. These are impressions, meaning how many people actually see us. All right? Then there's Instagram. Let's just say 10,000. Say you have 10,000 followers on Instagram. You're organically. Okay, cool. And then there's text message lists. Text message lists are giant. We've been using them a lot in our business. Some of you are here on this call right now because you got reminded via text message. So let's go ahead and just throw out a number there. And let's just say 1,000 people to text message. Why not? Okay? Voice drops will be equivalent to that. If you can text them, you can also voice drop them. And then live stream is referring to how many people that you actually have liked on your page, right? So let's just say there's 1,000 there. Okay? So the very first thing that we have to do, really fast, is everybody with me in regards to what we're doing right now? Is everybody with me in regards to what we're doing right now? We're literally just going through all the platforms to identify our distribution. Got it? Now, here's a big distinguishing factor. Take our email list, for example. If I send out 120,000 emails, which I can do like right now as we're sitting here, does that mean 120,000 people actually are going to see my shit? Is that what that means? Absolutely not, right? Because there's open rates and then there's click-through rates and some of that. So what I like to do is not just talk about how many offers we're putting out into space, but how many opportunities are we essentially creating? So for example, if the email, if we're sending out 500 and 10% open, then how many opportunities are we really creating? How many opportunities? 50, right? So go ahead and put 50 there. Okay? And then just go for here for the sake of just whatever examples. Let's say from here we actually only get 200 clicks. Okay? And then 200 clicks on YouTube. All right, let's say we get 100 on Instagram. Let's say text message is a big bringer. Let's say we get about 400 opportunities there. Actually, I take that back. You would get like 900 there because 90% of the people would open it. Voice drops, not everybody would answer the phone. Let's go ahead and say about 30% there, so 300. And then let's talk about live streams. Maybe you actually get 10 people to show up. Okay? Now, guys, ladies and gentlemen, does this seem actually pretty realistic here? Does this seem pretty realistic for everybody? We didn't do anything crazy. We just talked about like how the numbers actually pan across. This is your true distribution. So what I would want you guys to do is make this your own. Make this your own. What do I mean by that? Is if you have an email list, if you don't have an email list, then guess what? This shit doesn't apply to you. If you don't have a Facebook page, the live streams don't apply to you, right? Or the YouTube channels. If you don't have subscribers, none of it applies to you. If you don't have phone numbers, none of it applies to you. Now, how many of you right now are going through this and you're following, but you're saying to yourself right now that, well, Billy, I don't really have much of any of this shit. I won't say your name, but just go ahead and type so I have an idea. That's cool, Billy, but I don't really have any of this shit. I don't really have any of that shit. Guess what, guys? That means I can probably dictate the amount of sales that you're making. The beautiful part about that is that you can change it. But I want everybody to realize that, look, if you don't have distribution, this is why we run campaigns. This is why we collect leads. But if you guys notice something, look at this. If you're looking at a traffic source like email, okay, fine, only 10% open. But look at this right here, the text message column. When open rates are so high, and you know an opportunity can only be created when there's messages. So for you right now as marketers, is there anything more valuable in your list than having people opt in to receive a text message for you? By the way, guys, we'll give you the worksheets. So just get over it for now so we can stay focused. There's so much to cover. We'll give you guys this. We'll work it out. Don't worry. This is like another easy worksheet. Not even crazy. Got it? So again, gotcha. I just don't want you guys distracted. Sorry. So again, I'm running it back one more time. Is there anything more important in your business than text messages? Anyone? No. Not in regards to actually getting your message out in front of people. So that's the one thing I want to keep in mind as we move forward. Does anybody have any questions about your actual opportunity tracker when it comes to advertising? Anybody have any questions? Good? Straightforward? Okay. Let's continue. This is for everybody. Every single day, what you want to do is create this sheet and mark out how many people you actually reached. Right now, we have hypothetical numbers in there, but let's actually plug this in with your real life stats and everyone actually do this. Got it? Now, let's continue on. Once we actually understand our opportunities, now we have to talk about a strategy to actually get in front of them. And this is what I want to spend the bulk of our time on today, is a very simple process that we use to scale the shit out of our agency. So give me the drawing board for a second. I'll tell you guys a story. So I haven't talked about this in a while, but like if you came to us a couple years ago, we were running a lot of advertisements talking about like how we grew our agency, etc. It was like back in Clicks into Customers 1.0. We just kind of relaunched it. Anybody see that? Because I want to talk to you guys about like the importance of scale and how we were really able to grow, okay? So this is like true story. I mean, when you guys have seen it in our ad copy, but we had 30 clients, okay? Maybe a little bit less. And within a couple months, we really scaled to about, I think it was actually like 275. It was closer to 300. And it was all because we were using the same repeatable process. And I want to give that to you guys right now if you want to see it, or I can cover some other stuff. Y'all let me know. All right? So check it out. There's 3 positions, and sometimes in the beginning, if you're solo, you'll play all 3 positions. And here it is. What's number 1, Ray? Prospectors. What's number 2? Schedulers. And then what's number 3? The closers. Okay? 1, 2, 3. They all have 3 different jobs. The prospectors is basically quality and contact info. So depending on which customers you want to go over, this whole person's job is to do nothing but data mining and actually finding you guys quality customers, so you're not wasting your time on the wrong ones. They prepare the data. Once they prepare the data, they then send that to the scheduler. The scheduler's job is to do what? The scheduler's job is to do what? Schedule. Book a damn demo. We talked about that yesterday. That's it. They want to book a demo, and then the closer's job, which for now is you, is supposed to collect the money. Okay, what does that look like in the sake of real business? Well, let me show you here. Okay, this is where you guys are going to take some notes. So check it out. You guys know we're fans of Upwork.com, but let's go ahead and go to Club Pilates, right? So this is a franchise. Did we work with them? Probably did. I think we did. Yeah, we worked with Club Pilates for a little bit. Okay. Yes, you know I'm a fan of simplicity, 100%, guy. So here you go. If you go to Club Pilates' website right now, and again, guys, this is not special. We're just on their website. Look what they do. What are these guys for us? They put a freaking map of all their locations there. Okay. Yeah, there you go. They put a fucking map. They tell us every single time that there's an actual opportunity to sell. And so what we want to do, is this the touchscreen ones, is they tell you the address, the phone number of every single Club Pilates that they have. Oh, is there? Okay. Oh shit. They make it even easier. They tell you right here in alphabetical order exactly what to do. So you have two choices right now. Number one is you can just call from here, which I wouldn't recommend because you wouldn't be able to organize it and track it in that spreadsheet that we talked about last week. But what I would recommend doing is paying somebody to go through and take every single one of these opportunities, put it in a spreadsheet so that your scheduler can do nothing but go through the phone numbers and dial, and dial. Does this make sense to everybody? All right? Super easy. I'm not giving you guys anything crazy right now. Like, this is just simple shit that actually works. Okay? So, in addition to this, where the hell are the emails in this one? There's somewhere in this thing. Like the actual, Club Pilates Brea. Okay, so Club Pilates Brea, yeah, there it is. Oh, you can kind of guess it. It's Brea at Club Pilates. Yeah. And then I bet you the other ones are the first name. So this is the kind of homework, right? So if we say, okay, we want to be able to send these people emails to, well, then we're going to click here and see what the email addresses are. Now think about this, guys. If you want to go through 1,000 prospects, this may be a lot of your time, but you could just hire it out, and we'll talk about how to do that in just a minute. Testing at Club Pilates, okay, super simple. Now let me ask you guys something. The open rates when you email a studio location like this is probably going to be what? What's the open rates going to be? Some people say low, 5%, 90%. Here's the catch, guys. It's actually high because the emails that they're listing are positioned for people who want to become members of their gym. So are they opening and checking those emails frequently? Of course they are. See what I'm saying? So if you're going to talk about your opportunities of how to get in front of these people, let's talk, okay? So take a company, and again, guys, you have to be careful with all this. Let me just state the big disclaimer, because some of them have big corporations they're part of, and some of them have really strict rules on like who you can advertise for, if they can use outside vendors. So you're going to have to do your homework there. But for the ones that do, let's talk about those opportunity charts I just gave you. So we just saw right there that we have access to what, 200 emails, give or take? Who knows? Okay, 200 emails, give or take. We also have access to 200 phone numbers, give or take. Fine. We also have access to 200 addresses. Okay? We also can make this a part of a custom audience on Facebook, and we can also make it part of a custom audience on YouTube, meaning you can run ads specifically to these people using their emails if they match up. Is everybody with me so far? Is everybody with me so far? Throwing a lot of info at you, okay? So super straightforward. Check this out, guys. If you want to reach someone in Club Pilates, and you guys tell me how you think this would actually work. If you email every single day, you know, pick your own schedule, how often you want to email, but if you email 200 Pilates studios tomorrow, and then you called all 200 tomorrow and then you physically mailed out a little, a flash drive, a video brochure, an envelope, something tomorrow, and then you ran advertisements to them on Facebook tomorrow, and then you also ran this on YouTube tomorrow, does anyone in here think you wouldn't be able to schedule a damn demo? Right? Anybody? It's of course you would win. So what I'm telling you guys is straight up, create your opportunities. And this is how you do it. And everything that I'm showing you guys, this is shit that we did, period. And so I'll give you the real life tangibles of kind of how this happened. So, and this is true. So we were working in my house down in Little Italy, which is like down the street from where our office is today. And we were starting to have traction with a franchise or two, like killer results where people were calling us. And so Justin, who's downstairs right now, called me up. This is a true story. Justin called me up and he said, hey man, just want to let you know I've been working construction forever, and me and Justin have been friends since 8th grade. And he says, you know, I'm going on family vacation right now to Hawaii, and he goes, when I go back, I'm quitting, man. I'm coming to work for you. And I'm like, man, what the fuck you do construction? What the fuck you come here and do? And he's like, I don't care, man, just whatever. It's like, all right, man, I'll do sales. So he comes in, and then you take my other buddy at the time, his name was Taylor, and he was working at the company that I was at before, which was a call center called Ashford. So I knew he could talk on the phone because we worked together and I heard him on the phones every single day. And so literally I said, all right, you guys, they came over one day and I said, look, here's the deal. We kill it with Franchise X. We're super duper good at getting them results. So all I want you guys to do every single day is to pick up the phone and dial. So their mornings look like this. They spent 1 week doing nothing but the prospecting stage, which is basically lining up similar franchises like I told you about. And they made these giant lists. Okay. They made these giant lists. After that, they spent the next week and they did nothing but call these giant lists. Now this is the scheduling section. Okay. With the whole objective of doing nothing but to get me on a demonstration so then I can close. Is this making sense to everybody? All right. Is this making sense? I just don't want to make sure this is clear because I'm kind of throwing a lot of shit out there. Okay, good. All right, let's continue. So the scheduling, the demo, closers, good. Now, does anybody, should we have time? Can we go over the scripts? You guys want to see the scripts? Like what we would actually say to get past the gatekeepers. All right, and this is especially if you're cold, right? So here's the thing too. If some of you guys are like, damn, Billy, I don't ever want to do the cold stuff. You don't have to. Just run ads like I was showing you to those people and hit up emails and start the conversation. You can do this however you want. But let me show you guys the super duper complicated script that we use that's fucking super duper hard to remember that you have no chance of succeeding with at all. You guys ready for it? Here we go. How to get past the gatekeeper. Sounds like this. You go to their website, you look up the owner. Sound like this. Hey, it's Billy. Is John available? Gatekeeper goes, may I ask this about? Yeah, it's Billy, the marketing guy. Say it again, guys. This is super duper duper ninja shit, okay? Hey, it's Billy. Is John available? Who is this? What is this about? It's Billy, the marketing guy. One more time. You guys ready? Hey, it's Billy. Is John available? May I ask who's calling? What the fuck is this about? Yeah, it's Billy, the marketing guy. Anybody see what I did there? Anybody see what I did there? Anybody? Simple, guys. It's a confidence play. That's right, Kyle, exactly. Kyle just nailed it. It's a transfer of confidence and position. I swear to you, this is exactly what we did. There's no like hype sequence. There's no nothing. This was the whole game we played. We would just try and bypass the front, assume we were there. And it was amazing to how many people would say this. Oh yeah, hold on one second. Let me get him. Hand him the phone right up to him. And you know they get mad later. Like, what the fuck? You just let this guy pass the phone to me? Literally just right away. Okay? Is this something that anyone feels like they cannot do? Okay? Anybody? Tell me honestly. I can give you other workarounds and shit. I can modify it for you. But this is it. Now continuing on. Once you're talking to the decision maker, you simplify it again. He says hello. He's caught off guard. And now you tell him, hey, it's Billy from Billy2 Marketing. Immediately address his skepticism because he goes, oh, God, a salesperson. I don't want to deal with a salesperson. Immediately get into him and say, hey, man, I'm going to be honest with you. I know a lot of people probably request to do your marketing, and now you give them the reason for the call. But I would love the opportunity to earn your business. Now here's your soft offer. Can I just have 7 minutes of your time to show you an advertising campaign I built to bring you customers? Can I just have 5 minutes of your time to show you an advertising campaign that I built for you to bring you customers? I know you get hit up all the time. I know you hear it. I just want 5 minutes to share my screen with you, show you what I built out for you, and you just tell me what you think. If you like it, then copy it. If you want to work with me, that's awesome. I'd love to earn your business. Anybody? You guys don't have to screenshot the script. We're giving it to you, y'all. The point is to help you. No one, don't worry about the spreadsheets and all this shit. I'm just follow and learn, right? We're going to hook y'all up. Anybody think, again, that this cannot be done? You see what I'm saying? Is there anyone who's having doubts? Because talk to me about it. I will give you workarounds, okay? This is it, guys. It's just a simplification of the whole thing. I'm sorry, I'm reading comments at the same time, okay? So with that short amount of time, do you think a fast demo like that without getting more information? G for genius. Okay, watch this. Now, how long does my 7-minute calls go, guys? How long do my 7-minute calls go? 30 minutes, an hour. I mean, they can last long. But the point is, I can also give you a 7-minute version. Do you really only have 7 minutes? I can give it to you. You see what I'm saying? It doesn't actually last that long. But the point is, if you give me 7 minutes, I know I'll be able to show you enough to then earn your time. Okay? So I'll walk through the scripts one more time. Hey, it's Billy. Is John available? Well, yeah, it's Billy the marketing guy. Come on. Let me through. All right, good. The decision maker picks up, says, hello. Hey, Steve, it's Billy from Billy2 Marketing. Look, man, I'll keep it straightforward with you. I know you're busy. I know you're probably getting about 1,000 requests a day to do your marketing. But I would love the opportunity to earn your business, period. So can I just have 7 minutes of your time to show you an advertising campaign that I built for you to show you how I can bring you customers, period. If you don't like it, just at least copy it because it's working really well with other companies that we're working with. But I wouldn't waste your time and I wouldn't be calling you unless I thought I could actually help you. So can I just have 7 minutes? That's it. And try and get them right then on the spot. Well, are you in front of, he goes, fine, yeah, you got 7 minutes. Okay, cool. You're in front of a computer? I'll send you a link. Have the link ready. I'll send you the link. Here. Can you see my screen? Perfect. Now let me show you what I can do for you. We'll go into the demo. Okay? So what if the gatekeeper says they're with a patient or something like that? Call them back. Say, okay, cool. Around how long does that take? I'll just give them a call back. He says, 15, 20 minutes. Cool. I'll give them a call back then. Hang up and call back. Don't wait for them to call you back. Don't get on their radar. You know what I mean? Jay says, I've found that once you start showing them what you can do, they don't care how much of your time you take. Yeah, exactly. They see the cool shit and it's over. Okay? I'll go into this screen share and the demo stuff after, guys, but hold on. Let me make sure you're here. Do you text the link? Do you leave a message? I don't do any of those things. I call until I get contact. Because here's what happens. I mean, you can leave watch this. If you decide to leave a message, you're still going to call back anyway. You put 100% of the control in your hands. The second you decide, see, this is what happens, and this is why I'm hesitant to tell you guys to leave a message. Let me show you. Let me get John board. All right. This happens too much time in sales. Looks like this. You make 30 calls. Okay? You leave 30 messages. And then you feel like you end up waiting for 30 callbacks. Does that ever happen to anybody? Right? You did your part, right? You made your calls. You left your messages. Now, I guess the only thing I have to do now is just sit here on my ass and wait. Nothing else I can do. I already called these people. I don't want to bother them at all. So I'm just going to sit my ass here and do nothing instead. Right? How many callbacks do you think you guys actually get on this? Right? None. And if you do get a callback, it sounds like this. Hey, are you the guy that called me earlier? Yeah, please do not call me back again. And then what happens is you get into your own head because you get into negative Nancy mode. Well, I called all the owners and nobody wants to work with me, and maybe this whole thing isn't working out, and da-da-da. Then you're online on your Facebook. You see an advertisement for how to start an e-com store. Yeah, that sounds way easier. I don't have to deal with clients. I don't have to deal with anything like this. This is definitely for me. I'm just doing the wrong thing. Cycle repeats itself. Anybody see that? That's how you get caught in a quote unquote shiny object syndrome. You see? You guys, there is no shiny object syndrome. There's just giving up on what your original goal was and making excuses for it. Get it? That's the bot, baby. That's the bringer of truth. He's back. He's here. He's in that ass. Okay? That's called not sticking to the plan. That's derailing from the plan. You know what it really is? It's called giving up. It's giving up. So let me show you what happens when people give up, not to beat up a dead horse, but since we are talking about sales and a lot of it is psychological, is this. What happens to the brain when you try something for so long and then you don't get the immediate result, so you try the next thing. You don't get the immediate result, so you try the next thing. You don't get the immediate result. You keep going through this process. All of a sudden, let's be honest, 10 years go by. And nothing that you've done has quote unquote panned out. And some may call, including ourselves, your entire last 10 years a failure. When objectively speaking, you've been failing for 10 years, you have not gotten the results that you've seen, you now begin to think that you're a failure. And when you think you're a failure, how do you start acting? When you think you're a failure, how do you start acting? Weak, depressed, like a failure, like you're hopeless, embarrassed, afraid to have conversations. Yeah, Baron brings a good point. You don't act at all. You're just in defeat. Now, again, guys, like a lot of us can relate to this. We've been here. That's why you always hear me jam that quote in the air of you can only fail if you quit. This is a great example. This is, again, side note, but I think it's worth it. So I have a friend. I won't say their name. Okay? She has a store. Awesome, awesome, awesome girl. Okay? She started with an e-com store. All right? Had the coolest website. It was super sick. Didn't want to do the advertising stuff. She was just hoping that people, like most of us do, would just magically find her website and just start making sales. Anybody seen that before, maybe dealt with that or guilty of that? Yeah, I'm just going to start this website. I'm going to build all this e-com shit and da-da-da-da-da. And it happened. And I said, well, I'm guilty, right? And I told her, I said, dude, you need to figure out a way to get customers. So she did like her first lead generation campaign, got some phone numbers. I said, call them, introduce yourself. Say your name and say, hey, this is my store. I'm just getting started off. I'd love to earn your business. I saw you on my site. Is there anything I can help with? How many people did she call? How many people did she call? 0. Right? I don't want to bother people. They asked you to call them. They're on your store. I don't want to call them. I'm good. So this was the thought process. This e-com store didn't work out. Starts to get in defeat. This is stupid. Traffic's too hard. It's too expensive. It's a dumb business. It's too competitive. It'll never work. What's her next move? Somebody puts an ear in her head. Well, why don't you just get a retail store? Right? You already know all the clothes stuff. Why don't you get a retail store? I said, when the idea was there, I said, why? You're going to have the same problem. You know you need customers there too. So yeah, but people are walking around, and when I have a store, they'll be able to come in. Okay, cool. Now takes out a lease on a retail store. Clothes are good. The building's awesome. I mean, it's freaking fantastic. Opens it up. Here's the main street. You can find her store somewhere over this street, so you can't really see it. Misses this. How many people you end up thinking come to the store? How many people came to the store? 0, 2, 3, something like that. Crickets. Get it? What my point is of this story is, you guys, whether it was retail or whether it was e-com, What was the challenge? What was the challenge? What was the challenge? The same fucking shit. Getting customers. It doesn't matter if it's e-com. It doesn't matter if it's retail. This problem has to be solved for a business to grow. Don't let it defeat you. The point of this particular training is to conquer this. Because once you conquer this, then you can start building a business. Got it? This is the truth. This is the biggest truth of anything. No one wants to talk about this. If you don't have marketing, people don't know you exist. If you can't land a sell, you cannot earn income. It's it. This is everything. Got it? Doesn't matter if it's fucking retail, e-com, anything. So side note story, but do you guys get my point of why I would actually go through that, right? Like, and spend time. I mean, it's huge. It's huge. That's going to save you. Now, let's go back to the actual script. We talked about the script. Okay? And then there's the third section of this. How are we doing on time? What time is it? Okay? Appointment confirmation script. Appointment confirmation script, okay? Once they agree to the demo, actually, let me dive a little bit more deeper, okay? Once you have this schedule, the idea is to do it right away or to do it next day. Max 2 days away. Anything outside of that, very, 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 very likely to cancel, okay? Also, to remember this, it's not like these people came to you. They pledged their attention and told you these times, but it's huge. So let me give you a couple questions for setting this actual time. I should have done this in script form. We'll create it after the fact, but we'll talk about it, okay? So you call the people up, say, hey, can I have 7 minutes of your time to actually show you what I can do? And the owner goes, you know what? I appreciate your honesty. You're on the phone with me. Fuck it. Yes. Show me what you can do. Great. Well, can you do it right now? Nah, man, I'm actually on my way out the door. We'll have to schedule another time. So here's how it works. You guys ready? Super simple. Okay, great. Sir, I know you're super busy. So you tell me, give me 2 times tomorrow, which will work better for you. Is it either the early morning or is it the afternoon? You tell me, sir, or ma'am. You tell me. Oh, they say, okay, the morning. Perfect. Can we knock it out the first thing at 9 o'clock or what about 10:30? Give them times. Don't let them give you a wiggle route and say, oh, let me look at my calendar and I'll get back to you, right? Do not give them an exit. I got 9 o'clock, I got 10:30, if that works for you. Because remember, don't demand it. They're not going to fall for that shit. But you ask, hey, sir, 9:30 or 10 o'clock work? Those time slots are open for. I'll be more than happy to see you. Is that good? Cool. Once they agree to the time, you read it back to them and you confirm. Okay, so I have you down for tomorrow at 9 o'clock a.m. and then you confirm. In that time, can you for sure be in front of a computer with Wi-Fi? And so not just your cell phone, but an actual computer, because I want you to see the exact advertisements I want to show you your customers and the exact results that we got last time we ran this or what I think I can do for you. Does that make sense? Good. So in front of a computer at 9 o'clock tomorrow. Yes? Okay, they say yes. Perfect. And if for some reason I can't get a hold of you at that time, what would you like me to do? Everyone get that? If for some reason, if I can't get a hold of you at that time, what would you like me to do? Everybody type in that question if you're with me. Type it in. If for some reason I can't get a hold of you at that time, what would you like me to do? Type in the question because you got to write it down anyway. You got to save it. You got to save it. Okay? If I can't get a hold of you at that time, what would you like me? Oh, y'all got to do it. Y'all got to do it. Y'all got to do it. Now I see who can type fast and who can't. Okay? So cool. Save it. Now, why would I ask that question? Why would I ask that question? Why? Okay? Why? Because, exactly, someone got it. Permission to bother them. Because they're going to say, oh, just call me back. And then you confirm with them. Okay, so if I can't get a hold of you, you just want me to keep calling. Are you sure? And then you flip it on them. Because the last thing I want to do is bother you, sir. But at the same time, I know you're busy and you're probably getting your zone. So that's cool with you if I do that. I just didn't want to do it without your permission. You guys got that? Now, guess what? That motherfucker doesn't answer. I'm hitting redial. I'm going to turn on music, bump it on mute while I'm dialing. I'm just going to keep hitting send until he fucking opens up, right? And then if he did have an attitude, which will probably be cool because he knows he gave you permission, I'm going to say, oh, man, So glad I had it. Like, this is how you pretend, okay? When you blow somebody up and they finally answer the phone, are you guys ready for it? This is good shit right here. So you call someone like fucking 7 times, you're trying to get a hold of them, they're avoiding you. When they answer the phone, they're probably going to sound a little disgruntled, like, hello? You sound like this. I am so sorry. I apologize. I know we had our meeting at 9:30, got busy. I feel super bad I wasn't able to connect with you sooner. So I freaked out. I called you, I apologize. I just didn't want to miss you because I knew this was important to you. I'm sorry. Apologize to them. What kind of asshole are you to get mad now, right? What kind of asshole are you to get mad now? So again, it's, hey, I'm super sorry. I knew our appointment was at 9:30 and I didn't want to miss it. I apologize. I am sorry. I missed the appointment for you. I'm sorry for not getting through to you. I am sorry for not getting through to you. I apologize. Is now still a good time? Does now still work? Whatever time that is. I'm good. I can move my everything for you. Got it? Change the perspective. Okay? Change the perspective. Yeah. Yeah, it's a good one. It's just a good defensive mechanism. The fuck are you going to do to that, huh? All right. So once you actually have the appointment scheduled and they're all good there, then you can move forward. But let me give you guys this quick alternative, okay? So some of you, a couple steps. I recommend you all do this by yourself at first. Even if you have a team already, some of you like established agencies and shit, that's cool. I recommend you do every single step for yourself so you can feel it, and that way you can help your sales team that you train to do it. But this system is designed to take you out of the equation, okay? Eventually, it's designed to take you out of the equation, but for now, you got to be in it. So alternative for your appointment setter. Instead of, can I have 7 minutes of your time to show an advertising campaign I built to bring you customers? You switch it, and you say, can I set up a 7-minute call with you and my CEO to show you an advertising campaign that we built to bring you customers? You guys get that? Super simple switch. Doesn't like, literally changes almost nothing on here. Super simple switch. I'll read it one more time. Can I set up a 7-minute call with you and my CEO to show you an advertising campaign we built to bring you customers? Almost identical. You're just bringing in another party. Okay? You're just bringing in another party. And then also, too, guys, make sure you're recording everything. Okay? And yeah, it does give you star power, right? But make sure you're recording all of this. Record all of your calls so that way you can train your team on it, and that way you can refer back to your stuff later. A good app, if you have an Android, which is obviously all the smart people in here, it's called the Call Recorder app. You literally set it. You can put the names of the contacts that you want to record. It can record all your calls, automatically saved. All right? For those of you who have an iPhone, you're probably just fucked. You know, I don't think they're capable of doing such things. So there's nothing you can do. You're screwed. It's over. There's absolutely nothing you can do. All right. So really quick, is this helpful to give you guys this process? I just want to make sure I'm on the right track. You know, I like to check in. Okay. Just going through. Boom. This is what it is. Good. Good. All right. So let's continue on. All right. Appointment confirmation. This is one we used to use in the last several months. Our team has had the pleasure of working with over blank different locations, generate over blank, Those are just dummy stats for you guys. I'm proud to report that our results haven't been awesome. I don't think we've been scratched the surface of what we can do. And then it's just here. Before your meeting Thursday, July 16th at 10:45, whatever that time is, we've attached something for you to look at, right? So pretty much here, the objective is to give them some content to make sure that they show. So some of you are like, well, I don't have those stats. You don't need to, okay? You just need one or don't say any, okay? So it would sound like this. Hey, you know, I recently ran a campaign for a business that was really identical like yours, and here's what happened. I'd love to show you exactly what we did on this call tomorrow at 10:45 Eastern Standard Time so that you can duplicate those results. Here's a screenshot of the statistics for you to look at before our call. Do you get it? You literally can make this whatever you want. But the key is to give them the confirmation date and time with your contact information, and then also get them excited about actually showing up. Okay? Again, guys, the resources you will get them, this is an entire course we're building out with everything you could ever need. Just focus on the information right now. I will get you guys all the other shit. All right? I know you're excited. But let's get it, okay? Yeah, so this would be an email. This would be an email. But also, too, if you're talking to these people, give them a text. So another question that you can add in, just giving you guys ammo here, is this here on that question of, can I have 7 minutes of your time, whatever. Once they agree to the appointment, ask them this question. Are you ready for it? Would you like me to shoot you a text message about 30 minutes before to remind you? I know you're super busy, man, so I don't want to bother you at all. You want me to shoot you a text message before to remind you? Okay, great. What's the best phone number to send that text to? Now you got a secondary phone. Anybody catch that? Hey, man, I know you're super busy. Or hey, woman. I wouldn't say hey, woman. But hey, I know you're super busy. And this right here, I think we're talking as a landline. You want me to just shoot you a little courtesy text 30 minutes before just to remind you? Okay. What's the best number to send the text to? See, guys, none of it feels like salesy. I think a lot of people have anxiety with sales because you imagine like, here's this card, need feature benefit. Here's the windows. Aren't they shiny? Would you like to buy? Where's your credit card? How do you sign it? It doesn't have to feel like that. It's just a conversation. The second you're just talking with people, right? It just, exactly. Chipito said it right. It just flows. It just flows, guys. Ain't nothing crazy. Okay. Now the closer. Here's the demonstration. I'll give you guys the framework for it today, and then our next call next week, that's all we're going to do. It's just do the demonstration again and again and again and again, okay? So I've taught you guys this before, but I want to go into detail, and I want to revisit it. So I think I'm going to have to get out my drawing board. But the elements, guys and girls, are super simple. Actually, let me go drawing board before we even do this. Okay. Does anybody know the objective of the demo? Does anybody know the objective of the demonstration, right? So your appointment setter made it, you show up to the call. Anybody know it? It's to close, yes. It's to collect the money. That's your first and foremost, right? Okay. But the idea is literally to bring them clarity and simplify how easy it is to work with you. And here's simplification at the core of it, like here's the bird's eye view, is this. Hey, look, guy or girl, you give me money, I will give you customers, right? We'll call these customers. You give me money, I'll give you customers, and that's it. Stay out of my way, I'll stay out of your way. You give me some cash, I'll give you customers. Is that not really what we do, you guys? Is that not it? I mean, that's the core of it. Here, fucking take the money, customers, right? This right here is hard for people to do if they're selling website design, right? It's just another layer to actually talk about how the money goes. So when you're on these calls, it's to make it squeaky crystal clear of holy shit, as a result of giving this guy or girl money, this is what I will receive in return. And it's extremely difficult to do if you don't have a visual aid. So the process, which you guys have seen for a long time now, and if you guys aren't in camp, well, and you're watching this at a later date, fuck you. Just kidding. You're here now, but you should have been in camp. Okay? Process simple. I'll go through it at a glance, okay? You start talking about the targeting. You show them the exact ad of what the customer will see. You will show them exactly how they receive leads, and you will show them exactly how easy it is for them to do, okay? So I'll give you guys like a rough demo, and then we'll break down the elements next time, okay? So this is kind of a fast version just to add perspective, all right? So I'm on the phone. I got the customer on the line, all right? Hey, Steve, thank you so much for taking the time. I know you're extremely busy, so I'm going to cut through all the fluff and show you exactly how I think we can help you. Okay? Does that sound good? All right, good. So what we do is we use paid advertisements to help you find customers without going into all the techie stuff, okay? So the entire sell, you guys, and again, we'll go through this more in detail next week, but it's consultative, meaning I am not sitting up here pitching. I'm asking questions and building with them. Again, I'm asking questions and I'm building with them. So when I come up to it, I say, all right, man, so help me kind of help you understand who's your guys' ideal customer. So I know you guys have a makeup salon or whatever, but like who's the client that actually pays you the most money, that you enjoy, that keeps coming back frequently? Who is that? and they tell me, okay, well, usually it's women between the ages of 24 to 40. Okay, how many miles away from the location do they live? Okay, cool, cool, cool. Are they engaged? Da, 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 da. Okay. Are they black, white, Mexican, Asian? What are they? Okay, Are they Spanish speaking? Are they English speaking? Okay, cool. Native. I'm asking them every fucking question, so they're doing most of the talking. And as I'm doing that, I say, guys, this just got me excited. And I don't know if you knew this or if any of the digital stuff you've done in the past, but you know that we can literally just come into Facebook's targeting and I can go and select and advertise to exactly the person that you're talking to. What are you guys using right now for your ads? Print? Okay. Radio? Okay, so you've never had these capabilities before. Got it. Do you think this may help you guys close just a little bit? Okay, all right, Steve, shut up, man. Steve, come on, Steve. All right, so then we went through the targeting. Anybody catch that? Anybody catch that? All we did was have them build out their own shit, right? Again, not too much detail. I'll give you guys full scripts and all this stuff, but just super simple. Then I go to the next thing and I say, okay, hey, like I said, I don't want to get you guys the techie stuff, but I do want you to see what your customer will see. You have to gauge, are you techie or not techie? So you say, hey guys, do you have your cell phone on you? Okay, so if you guys were to log into Facebook right now, for example, you see how there's all those posts. So this is how your advertisement will show up. It's kind of like organic. It doesn't feel like an ad. And it would show up just like here. And this is kind of what we thought it would be cool if your audience saw. Hey, attention San Diego brides, searching for the perfect bridal makeup, blah, 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 cool, 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 yada, 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 so forth. And then I have an image in here and I say, so by the way, guys, I noticed that you guys had a couple images on your website. Do you have like a secret vault or a Dropbox of like content that you'd like me to plug in? And they say, well, yeah, actually, we just had a photo shoot like 4 months ago. We just haven't done anything with it. Oh, you do? Can I take a look at it? Yeah, fuck it. Let's look at it right now. Let's just choose one that we like. Yeah, fuck it. Steve, send it to me. Cool. So then you guys decided on an image together. So they already like the image of the whole thing. You say, fantastic. Also, too, let me pop over to your YouTube page. Boop, pop up YouTube page. This video, this is great. I noticed it only has 2 views on it. Question, Steve, what the fuck are you doing? No, Steve, the video is great, but what the fuck are you doing? It's got 2 views. Don't you think your audience should see this? Dude, yeah, we're going to go ahead and plug that in here. And we're actually going to choose the people who see it to make sure they're qualified. Does that work for you, Steve? Yeah, Bill, it does. No, gosh. Get it? You're like almost recouping the money. Anybody catch that? You're like recouping the money because they have all these assets they're not fucking using. They're not using any of it. What do you mean? You just have that video just fucking sitting there that you created forever and you're not even using it? You just have those high quality ass photos that you paid the photographer, you're not even using it? I'm helping you out. Got it? So once that happens, you say, great. And then the last thing you do is you touch upon the offer, right? And you say, okay, free wedding makeup test session for brides. Hey, are you guys cool giving that away? I noticed that was a promotion on your website. By the way, since you guys have been in business for how long, Steve? Great. What's been the most successful promotion you've ever ran? Oh, Bill, well, the one time that we ran, 2 brides, 1 cup, it worked perfectly. It was perfect. It was great. So that's what it is. So we say, okay, Steve, well, why don't we just do that again? Is that cool with you? Great. So that's what we do, and we'll go ahead and bring it through. Next, we have the landing page. We say, Steve, can you see this on your page, okay? What do you see? Okay, cool. Now check this out. Here's a form. Now, when you guys get a lead or notification right now, what happens? Oh, well, Bill, we don't even really have a process in place. But tell you what, tell me how this would work for you. What would happen is if people that actually wanted to get their makeup done just give their name, email, and phone number. And they just put it in there, and then you guys got a text message every time somebody wanted to work with you. Would that work for you? Oh, it would, Steve. Great. What's the phone number? What's the phone number that you'd actually like me to have these numbers sent to, Steve? What was that? Okay, good. Is there a secondary phone number, Steve, that you'd like to have this delivered to? Cool. And what about the email, Steve? Is there a general inbox for the entire team so everybody gets a notification, including you? You can make sure your sales guys are on top of it? Good, Steve. Sounds fantastic. So we know that we're sending these to sarah@gmail.com and also text messaging these to 555-5555. Now, by the way, do you actually have time to follow up these leads? Because I can't help you if you can't call back right away. Is that true, Steve? Yeah, it is true. Okay, great. Continuing on. Now, here's the deal. I know you guys are busy. You're going to miss some. So how would you feel if we put a little calendar that allowed people to actually show up, and then you just got a notification when you're supposed to show up to the calendar, Steve? Would that help for you? Yeah. Okay, you like that? Good, Steve. Good. So there you go. Show up on the calendar. You'll get a notification. Here's what the notification looks like, Steve. Boom. Right there on your phone. Let me send you a test one right now. Did you get it? Did you get it? Did you get it? Is it in your cell? What's it? You like that? Good. You feel me on that, Steve? So there's another layer, you guys, that goes through this to really close the deal. But does that give you perspective to the demonstration? Does that give you perspective to the demonstration? That's it, guys. Now, who tells me, how the hell did you learn all this shit? Trial and error, player. This is how I built the whole company. Like, that's what I'm telling you guys. Like, if obviously I know marketing stuff, like this is it. This is how I got out of my mom's house, doing this shit and failing miserably and realizing that the only time anyone bought something from me was when I actually walked them through what happened, you know? So hopefully I can save you guys a lot of time and try to figure out your own fucking sales script. Wouldn't want to do that. Okay? So that's the process, you guys. That's it. Like if I had to jam this into like a 1 hour training today, but I mean, just simplification, right? Let me walk back through the steps with you guys. And it's simple. Create a prospecting list of the clients you want to go after. Get someone or yourself, call them and schedule some appointments. Bring them through the demonstration and show them exactly what you're going to do for them. You guys, this is also too, I want to bring this back to everybody. Do you guys realize the percentage of companies who can actually simplify what they do in a way so the customer has complete understanding of what's happening? Anybody? None of them. None of them. That's why, like, we, like, geniuses, it's next level. Like, they're just, like, I gave this pitch to Kia. I gave this pitch to clients who pay 30 grand a month. I gave this pitch to every fucking other franchise that you guys can think of. This is proven as it comes. And it will never get old. It will just change. The pictures will change. The process will change. But the same thing is there. Are you actually in FB building it out live or showing examples? So I'll build it out before, Lori. And here's the other thing. If I'm not building out before, like this is the value of niching down. Great question. I'm glad you asked that. Even if this wasn't their exact makeup studio, but it was makeup, could I not do the same thing, you guys, and then just cater it to it while we're talking on the phone? You see what I'm saying? Just sure. So that's why it's important that you're using a lot of those same repeatable processes. Okay? That's it, guys. And also, too, anything similar. Like, people ask me about, like, event sales. I'm like, yeah, here's this thing that we did for this Tony Robbins events. It's not exactly your event, but you get the process. I could show someone this process about virtually any type of business. Any type of business. Because, guys, is this process not exactly the damn same? Depending on, it's like, come on now, we know this. This is the same shit. Advertisement, capture, sell shit. Advertisement, capture, sell shit. I can do the same thing with billboards. Okay? How do you go about creating a video if they want a video created for their biz? Only work with clients that already have great video unless you have a way to create video. What if I do not have results to back myself up at? You guys, that's the easier part to sell. I'm glad you asked that, Owen. I'm going to tell everybody this from a guy who did it, right? Mom's house. Not only did I not have a place to sell, if they asked me where I lived or where my office was, I would literally just say my mom's address because I thought it sounded official. Oh, yeah, 674, da-da-da. Okay. Not about to be like my mom's house. But when you're pitching this and none of it's built, you get to ask questions like this. So guys, gentlemen, thank you for your time. If we were able to just show advertisements to women 24 to 40 who live in San Diego, who are newly engaged for 1 year or less, God, what percentage people do you think would reply to this? Are you kidding me? And if we were able to show them this ad, dude, I mean, how many people would not take you up on this offer? God, I'm excited to find out. You guys see the difference there? There's just no claim now, right? There's just no claim. It's just, I'm excited to see what the fuck's going to happen. You know, someone told me long ago, they said, the easiest time to raise money for your company, Billy, is when it's just an idea. Because ideas can do whatever you want. Now, if I were to bring funding into Billy G's Marketing Scale, it's going to be two questions. Let me see your books. Let me see your financials. What do you guys do? All of the vision and shit, people get clouded. You get that? So don't let that hold you back. That's easier, right? And then when they ask you, guys, you're in camp. You can leverage the fact that, yeah, I'm a certified genius. Billy G's Marketing. They're like the biggest agency in the fucking world. And I say that just because I don't know one that's more famous. Oh, because we pay more. We bought that. It costs us about 100 grand, 200 grand every month. And we get millions of views every month. Yeah, worth every penny. And like Ryan says, who would turn down 2 brides, 1 cup? No one. Paul's laughing. Oh, man. So, Jay says, do you charge per campaign? So we'll go into that next week, right? Like, so the pricing and how you bring up the offer and the credit card and all, like, we'll go nitty gritty. Right now, I wanted you guys, honestly, more to focus on the scheduling, the prospecting, okay? And guys, like, here's what you do is when you put it on Upwork, if you want someone to do your prospecting, like someone in a different country that can just bang it out for cheap, literally just Camtasia yourself, meaning screen record yourself, doing it one time yourself and say, repeat this process for me, please. They'll probably charge you like 3 cents an entry. Got it? Yeah, so this is great. I have someone that wants to start calling. There you go. 1-2 punch. And by the way, you guys, that 1-2 punch doesn't just work for the agency side. We've done it with high ticket sell. We still do it. It's our process now. Like if people come out to our build a course day, which is 12/5 for the day, here's the process. It's very simple. They'll either see an ad, usually email. It's like a special email list that we'll put it on. And then they have to talk to Rhea. So on too. Ray is the scheduler in that case, right? So the prospecting is all of our lead generation. Ray is the scheduler. So she'll talk to them, ask them questions, and then she brings them to the closer, which is me, which one, I got to make sure it actually makes sense and we can help the people, right? And then you close. That 1-2 punch is probably, I want to say, one of the most effective ways to sell, period. So, and I like to do these processes before. So for those of you who got into camp when we officially called it camp of like after the partner program, we also, me and Justin, we did a 1-2 punch. Simple pass. And you guys are here, I'll talk to you. Hey, Jay, you want to come up here for a minute? I'm going to bring Justin up here. He's been selling with me for 2 years now, okay? And the 1-2 punch, it gives you guys confidence so you don't feel like you're a stranger. How much selling does the scheduler have to do? 0, Renee. The only job the scheduler has to do is get them to show up to the demo. That's the beautiful part about it. They don't have to do anything. Mike, they don't have to do anything. They don't have to do anything. Got the mic real fast. My mic. Talk about objectives. Okay, so I was just giving them our franchise model when Justin first came on. Is it on?
Hello.
Do you guys hear Justin? So, Jay, tell them, first of all, where were you working at before BGIM?
And I was knocking down those walls, baby. I was doing
Demolition, which also involved just fucking stop sign, getting paid a lot of money for it, too.
It did.
Yeah.
It was paid well.
Right. And so I was doing construction, came over, and then I was telling them about how we were scaling to the franchise that we were dealing with at the time, those two, and how we did that. And I was bringing them through the scheduling script. So if you could talk about some of the objections that you heard getting past the gatekeeper.
Just depends.
Or which ones didn't hear?
I mean, sometimes you get the hero, right, that just wants to really stop you.
No, who are you?
Yeah, sometimes
I don't know your name.
Yeah, and then you get the person that's getting paid $10 an hour that's like, yeah, right away. Here you go. So it just depends. You just got to fill it out. I mean, The first time I ever did, I literally called you and apologized. I was like, hey, man, I'm sorry.
He did. That's like a true story. He was literally like, fuck, I felt you. I'm like, bro, it was your first day. What the hell did you expect? Yeah. You know?
So major objections is just like, what was the major objection?
There was not. It's just a number.
Yeah,
it was a numbers game.
You just got to transfer that confidence, right? At first, I'm just like, can I please talk to your owner? But major objection would probably be he's not here.
Yeah.
He doesn't have time right now. So then you just send him an email. Hey, when would be a good time?
Yeah.
Right. Just have that follow-up game.
How many times did you guys have to call some people to finally get a hold of them?
Lots.
How many? Give them like a number.
Sometimes they're in the office.
But if they weren't and you never got a hold of them, how many times would you call?
Me and Terrence were downstairs in the room. We had the walkie-talkie game going. We were literally calling from 8 o'clock to 5 o'clock. Sometimes we get a hold of them right away. Sometimes it would take us 3, 4, 5, 6 times to get a hold of them.
Yeah.
But once you get them on the phone, you have that transfer of confidence.
Yeah, and I think that's like a huge thing. I've talked about this a little before. Give me the drawing board. You guys, when it comes to sales and creating opportunities, this is the biggest thing to keep in your head, a simple thing. Yes or no, buy or die. And obviously, this is whatever, not the real deal. But my point is this gray in between is where most people lose. And what this gray area is this: left message, emailed, texted, no response, right? It's just you making shit up in your own head of why you weren't more aggressive to either get the yes or to get the no. Yeah.
Yeah, you're going to tell me no.
Get the fuck away from me. The no needs to be real. So, I mean, again, guys, I just wanted to bring Justin up. I mean, there was the guy who was calling in also, too. That's the other thing. It was a full-time job. Like, literally, that was the whole job is every single day scheduling. Like, it's not easy. It's simple, right? The process was simple. What did you do today? I just called business and tried it. And then what did I do today? I woke up and I got them on the calendar and literally from 5, 6 o'clock in the morning because there was East Coast to 7, 8 o'clock at night because there was West Coast.
That's all you're doing all day.
That's it.
Just scheduling.
And the money became the sales became easy because
you're closing like 80%.
Oh, it was beast mode. It was beast mode. Yeah. Well, think about it, guys. So when you guys see me going through this presentation, like someone asked, like, how do you do this? That was all I did for like a serious amount of time. How long? What would you say? What do I want to say? Jordan, you were there?
5, 6 months.
How long was that? Was just our 1-2 punch. They were just scheduled and I would just call. It was a fucking long time. Yeah. Yeah. And that's something to think about for everybody is like, it's not a forever thing. It's a fucking, it's just a fucking.
The proof is in the pudding once you.
It's temporary. Yeah. Once you get enough clients, then they become your salesman. We'll talk about that as strategy of turning clients into salesmen, which is big for us. And then you didn't have to do it anymore. And then we did some other shit, so we were able to do all kinds of things.
Takeover video that we did.
Yeah. The videos were huge. So like, we'll get into that. I don't want to give you guys too much stuff to think about. So that's that. How do you modify the process to do it in person? I'll tell you, you modify your in-person process to do it on the phone. That's what you do. Yeah. Don't get in the habit of doing this in person because then you're going to limit yourself and like work. You don't want to do it. Just don't build this business that way. Yeah, don't do it. Don't do it. But how do you change the process? You don't. It's actually exactly the same except you're in person. So you would still come here and give the same presentation. So like it doesn't change. When I've given this in person to give you an idea many times, and it's exactly the same. Also, too, I give the same presentation now. It's the same thing. It just looks different, But yeah, I recommend everybody don't do it in person. Hey, Billy, when you were working the 1-2 punch combo, who was actually putting together the managing, deploying the campaigns for each client? Them, Sunshine and Jordan. So now if you're talking about the structure of the business, right? So for a while, it was this. You got Justin and Terrence setting the appointments, all that now JT. You had me literally closing all damn day. And then I would put out some fires and shit too, right? So this is BG. And then you had, Sunshine, Twinks, and Arena fulfilling, right? So there you go. I mean, that's the business. It's still the business. And what fills all this is the distribution that we talked about earlier, right? You got Facebook, you got YouTube, we weren't using YouTube at the time, Instagram, email, text. This is all business. This is what it is. This is it. You get attention, you get their time, you make a sale, you keep them happy. And then there's the other side of business, like legal, money counting. This is like scaling up problem, shit like this. QC, watching out for shady shit, there's a whole back end.
That's Ashley.
Yeah. So this is a whole back end, right? So there's a back end that comes to support this when you scale this. But that is actually what business looks like. Is this helpful to go through and just kind of talk you guys raw? Like, yo, this is the motherfucking structure. This is the whole agency. It's not crazy, And I would tell you guys this too, like as I started this, you know what my job was? Man, I did the ad, I did the appointment, I did the closing, I did the fulfilling. That's when I then started hiring. But I've done every single job here. Every single job that anyone here does, I've done every single one. from video editing to filming to campaign fulfillment to managing the relationship to sales to closing to scheduling to opening. So that's the other thing you want to like. Don't be the too cool CEO to not get your hands dirty. Don't try and just step back and try and create it without understanding it. You know, I think that made me a better leader, is being able to show them like, this is what happens. Or if not, I don't know how we would have troubleshoot some problems, you know? How long do you hire someone, and what point would you fill first? You hire somebody once you actually have predictable and consistent way to get customers, or else you're going to feel stress and anxiety because if you lose a client, you're going to feel like you can't afford shit anymore. You could do your thing. I appreciate it. So that's that. What kind of expectations did you set onboarding in time till ad was live? That would be for them. I don't want to mix that here, Tyler. I don't want to throw too much information. That goes through a whole different thing, but we'll talk about that. We will talk about that, but not in this call. But I will talk about that. So next week we'll go into sales costs, and then we'll talk about onboarding expectations and retention and stuff like that. All right. Did you bother having an agency website, or did you just start calling? Man, I didn't have no damn website for a long time. I was actually against the website for a long time. I was against the website for a long time. I was against using emails for a long time. I was just like, all of it for me was like, see, I came from like a different position, right? Because I didn't like have agency experience. I didn't have anything. I just had defiance. I was really defiant. Like every single thing that people were like, nah, you're not supposed to do this way. I was like, fuck you, I'm gonna do it anyway. You know, so that's like how everything came about. Oh, you got a website? You think you need a website? So fuck you, we're not gonna do a website. Oh, you need a professional email to get it? Fuck you, we're not gonna get an email. So like, you know, it was defiance. It was probably some arrogance. There's probably some ignorance. There's probably some immaturity. There's probably all those things. So at what point do you suggest having a website created? I mean, you do a website, right? But put it this way, don't do a website if it's going to stop you. If right now you're thinking like, all right, well, if I do my website, I'm gonna have to wait, don't do it then, right? But I mean, have a website. Honestly, you guys, your website could be a lead page. You could build your website today in an hour. Come on now, it's a lead page. That's it, do a lead page. There you go. I built my own, you guys, I used to build websites. I built my own website. The original Billy Genius Marketing, I built that shit. You know how I learned? Fucking YouTube and WordPress tutorials and trying stuff. I fucking built my own websites. Music, all this shit. When I tell you I did everything, and I just fucking learned it. I just was nonstop, like extreme beast mode to a different degree. And watch this, then you switches. Now the idea of me stopping growing the business to build a website, what are you doing, Billy? Go fucking teach, go do some videos. I'm just out here designing websites. It wouldn't work, you know? So yeah, guys, you can do it. Yeah, Sean says, if anyone needs help, you can PM. Yeah, use the group. See, there's a lot of people here who probably can do that shit 10 times faster than you and not use the time. Yeah, Lori brings up a good point. We're selling Facebook. Have a Facebook page. I'm going to agree with her there. You know, I don't get what's wrong with an in-person. There's nothing wrong with it, guys, right? It's just unnecessary. I don't want you to create bad habits of believing that you need to be in front of someone to sell, because I've also seen that slow down a lot of people, right? See, I came in when I only sold online, so that's all I ever knew. Matter of fact, when I had my first in-person meetings, that was nerve-wracking to me. But then I started doing that. Now it just got annoying. It just got annoying. Like, it's just unnecessary. Thank Billy for pouring your heart out. Just keep it real, man. Hard to replicate. So if you're in person, it's just the time it takes is hard to scale. Okay. Yeah, I mean, when you're in person meetings, you just start talking about random shit too. Just all the stuff that just doesn't matter. Yeah. So any other final questions? Another 5 minutes here before we wrap up, guys. It takes time you have to present than they normally want to presentate. Yeah, it's like this whole like, so here's the thing. When you guys do a good job of simplifying this, because you know what, because this is like marketers, traditional agencies have like fucked this world up, right? So how many of you have ran into this objection? They'll go through your stuff and they'll say, okay, well, send me over a contract and we'll take a look at it and all that. How many of you ran into that? You just send me the contract, send me the paperwork. You guys seen that before? Let me tell you something. Here's how you deal with that. Oh, Steve, we don't do any of the contract stuff and all the hype. All I ask is a 30-day notice if you want to stop working with us, because there's additional fees associated with managing your account. But honestly, man, the truth is, if you want to stop working with me, you'll stop working with me. And the other truth is, if I do a good job and I communicate with you and I respect you, you'll stay with me forever. We don't do the contract things, man. Super simple, super easy. I don't like to overcomplicate it. You ready to get some customers? When would you like me to start sending them? Right? It's a mirror game. Customers mirror you. They mirror your energy. They mirror what you do. They're like, they're little, you know, like they'll mirror you. So if you're a fucking contract, make them feel stupid for asking. A contract? What? Steve, really? You want formal on me? And they'll mirror you. Let's see here. Will this lesson today be sent to us? Guys, it's going to be all built in the Sell Like a Genius course. So keep coming live. You guys will get it. But there's a lot of things I want to do to dress up and sexy it. I'm going to sell this course for probably $1,500 by itself. What do you guys think? You think that's a fair price for the market to get it after we've already been through it? You know, $1,500. More than fair, right? Fuck yeah, more than fair. Maybe $2K. Fuck it. You guys know you get this shit for free. Come on now. You're in it. Yeah, it may be worth more. Who knows? But, you know, for us, it's just, you know, I want to, yeah, we'll talk about your strategy, but yeah. And we're just getting started. We're only in week 2. There's a lot more hot stuff. Yeah. This will be the longest course I've ever taught, which means it will be the most in depth. And it's necessary because it's business. It's like everything, you know. All right. Cool, guys. Love you all. Thank you for being here. Do me a favor. Just implement. Also, to Paul, can you show him that thing? Can you show him that? Camp. This one right there. No, there. Come, Paul, they're in camp. the hookup. Ah, there it is. Paul says this is his first day. What program do you use to give the live demo? We'll get there next week. I'll give you all that stuff, okay? CampHookup.com, guys. Do it. Who's not coming to the event that's here so I can yell at you right quick? Okay? And the calendar is coming. We actually had a meeting about that today, the BJM 2018 calendar. We did. All right. Tony says just bought his ticket. Boom. That's what I'm talking about, man. You guys know it's going to be great. And to connect with everybody else in the group. Come on. See you there, Brent. Love it. All right. No, Matt, you will be there because you're going to go to camphookup.com and get your ticket right now. All right. Yeah, it's too hot in Arizona. Hotel room is booked. Are you staying at the hotel, Tom? You should stay at the hotel. I'm staying at the hotel too, and I live down the street. That's how much I don't want to leave, and I want to take a nap when I'm done. You know, Jay, I love you. I love you. Okay, cool, good guys. Love it. Did Tom say he was staying there? I didn't see it. Yeah. Any rooms left in the room, but I believe we extended it, Teresa. So yeah, you should hit that up. Oh, nice. Justin Coronado for a month. All right, you're going to love that. All right. So we're going to party at the hotel. I do have a jacuzzi in my room. I'm not going to lie. Yeah, I got the suite. I told him, I'm like, are you kidding me? You know how much we just spent on that venue downstairs? I'm taking the diamond. Yeah. Oh, that's a good idea. Please. They're like, it's Comic-Con. Get the fuck. Who's Billy Jean? Yeah, Comic-Con. Get out of here. All right, guys. Cool. Yeah, you better move back to SC. You know SC is the best place. All right, guys, camphookup.com. Make sure you're coming to the event. Seriously, what are you doing? Like, connect with the fam. Salute. Take us out, Paul. This has been Sell Like a Genius, episode, volume, chapter 2, training 2. Shut up. See you next week.